1 minute, the street is bustling and normal. The next, the atmosphere shifts, panic ripples through the crowd, and you are caught in the middle of a sudden crisis. In hostile environments, instability doesn't make an appointment, but you do not have to be a victim of circumstance. By the end of this video, you are going to build a customized, physical, tactical security and evacuation protocol, a tangible plan to keep you and your team alive. To build this right now, you need 3 things: a physical notebook, an offline mapping app, and local partner contact info. Before we write the first step, we have to establish the foundation of this protocol: objective faith. Too often, people rely on blind optimism, assuming that because they are doing good work, they are automatically protected. That is dangerous presumption, not true faith. Objective faith is disciplined. It balances your mission calling with rigorous observation, informed by historical lessons and real-time data. Relying on hope is not a tactical strategy. Survival requires a predefined framework, a set of rules that dictates your exact actions when the pressure hits. Let's start building the plan. Open your notebook and write objective faith and combat avoidance across the top. Combat avoidance is exactly what it sounds like. We are taking the military principle of speed and decisive action and applying it solely to escape threats, never to engage them. To avoid threats, you must see them coming. Write down the acronym SIFT. This is your daily observation checklist. The first letter is S, situational awareness. You must establish a normal environmental baseline for wherever you are operating. Once you know what normal looks like, you can instantly spot anomalies, like suddenly closed shops or the absence of women and children in a usually crowded market. Next is I, intercultural competence. You cannot read every cultural cue yourself. You need to identify trusted local guides and actively listen to their assessments of the environment. F stands for fusion of intelligence. Write down a formalized schedule for daily check-ins with those local partners and a list of local news sources to monitor. Finally, T, tactical adaptability. Document at least one alternate location where you can safely move your teaching or your work if your primary site becomes compromised. SIFT is designed to catch high-stakes anomalies before they trap you. If you observe the sudden appearance of irregular armed forces or militant flags in your area, your baseline is broken. You need to act. Failing to proactively read your environment through a structured framework like SIFT transforms you from an active operator into a victim of circumstance. Observation keeps you alert, but physical movement exposes you. Transit in a hostile area is inherently vulnerable, especially through narrow urban streets or rural choke points. To secure your movement, write down our next framework, TOOLKIT. This dictates how you map and execute your daily routes. The first 3 letters stand for travel safely, orient yourself, and observe surroundings. Practically, this means you need to download offline mapping applications right now, dropping pins for your lodging, your work site, and secure fallback points. L and K mean listen actively and no contacts. Pause the video and program your emergency numbers into your device immediately. Do not rely on your memory during a crisis. I and T stand for identify safe spots and trust instincts. Physically locate the nearest hospitals and embassies on your map. If the environment ever feels wrong, trust your gut and pivot immediately. Now we build your route card. For every location you visit, map 3 distinct paths: your primary daily route, a secondary alternate route, and an emergency evacuation route directly to an airport, border, or embassy. Your secondary route is a critical life-saving tool. If your primary route is suddenly rendered impassable by conflict, destroyed infrastructure, or an unexpected checkpoint, you must already know your backup path. Moving without pre-planned, vetted alternate routes is a trap. Safe movement requires knowing your exact path and your backup before you even turn the ignition. Even with perfect observation and secure routes, the hardest decision is knowing when to leave. During an escalating, high-stress crisis, human logic consistently fails. Hesitation can be deadly. We remove hesitation using evacuation tripwires. These are binary, non-negotiable triggers. When one is crossed, the decision is made for you. Write down these 7 tripwires. 1. A deteriorating security threat assessment. 2. Direct concern expressed by your local partners. And 3. total communication disruption with the outside world. 4. The loss of your designated safe spaces or routes. 5. Threat convergence, like civil unrest simultaneously combining with a spike in violent crime. 6. Official government or embassy warnings to evacuate. And 7. Palpable, growing hostility from the local community. These specific tripwires are most likely to be triggered during periods of high societal stress. Contested election cycles, for example, frequently serve as flashpoints for sudden unrest and tightened security. Here is the most critical rule. Do not wait for all 7 tripwires to trigger. Waiting for complete confirmation usually means waiting until it is too late. Predefining these exact tripwires replaces panic with protocol. When a line is crossed, you evacuate with logic, speed, and violence of action to get yourself to safety. Look at the document you just created. Your abstract fears have been transformed into a tangible, actionable, tactical security and evacuation protocol. Your operational boundaries are now dictated by the SIFT observation routine, the TOOLKIT movement framework, and your 7 evacuation tripwires. But there is one final mandatory step. You must take this written plan and review it directly with your local partners on the ground. Local partner intelligence is your ultimate security asset. No written plan ever supersedes the direct, real-time counsel of the allies who live and work in that environment every day. Walking with objective faith means possessing the courage to operate in hard places, the wisdom to plan meticulously, and the discipline to execute your evacuation protocol the moment it demands it.